This is to show you what assignment is due for the week 5 to 6 channel mask assignment tutorial module. And the reason why I've given you 2 weeks on this assignment is to experiment, number one, with other images that I've given you, because I've given you 4 high-res images that I paid for from the Adobe Photo Gallery, okay? And to also catch up on anything that you wanted to redo or catch up for from the Filter, Lightburst 3D, and Vanishing Point. Okay, so the very first thing is, here's the module. And there's only 2 things that you need to turn in, and let's go see those 2 things in here. So you need to turn in the actual channel mask PSD with your name in the file. Of course, don't forget to put your name in the file. And the channel mask discussion summary. That's it. But you can turn in more, because obviously, answer this question for me. Do you have enough content for your portfolio? I think I know the answer. Most likely it's no. Well, how about you do 2 or 3 of these in your portfolio? Okay, I give you the start on 1. Why don't you do 2 or 3? Now for this exercise, you are absolutely going to need Photoshop 2021. You have to have it. If you don't, then there's an aspect to this that I don't want you, because you won't have access to it, I don't want you to use, which is the neural filter, which is a third-party filter in Photoshop. And I'll show it to you. So here is the assignment. The assignment is this. So you're going to be taking a composite image, a castle background, and look at how I actually have almost, I don't know if this is legal, but I have 2 depths of field going on in the same photo. I have one for her, which is like the center of her face, and I have one in the background, which is the castle. I've blurred the foreground of the castle so that it marries with the image like her hair is blurred out. Okay, but long story short, if you don't have Photoshop 2021, you can't use the neural filter. You still can do this exercise, but you're going to have to fake it on the neural filter part and just use the healing brush to fix things. But let's get to the assignment. So again, let me put this on my other screen. Again, download, when you come into here, the channel mask asset folder zip. Okay, now I've already done that. I'm going to put this down here because I don't want to put it on my other screen yet. So here's the zip, right? And I already uncompressed it right there. I unzipped it, and here are the items that I want you to use. Obviously, here is an example of what I've done right there. Okay, the next one is the assignment guide, and I'm going to open up the assignment guide real quick just to show you where the neural filter part is. And I'm going to ask you again, do not just use the PDF file. Please use the MP4 tutorial movie. Now let me make this larger. So you're going to be taking an image like this. You're going to be learning how to bring it into channels to isolate the hair. Okay, it's really powerful, all right, that you do this the right way. Okay, because I'll just go ahead and say that. And now we take the same thing here and we determine the same picture. We determine which channel has the best contrast. Then we turn this mask right here into this mask over here, then into this mask here. Then we invert it to here. Notice I didn't say inverse. Now again, this isn't about the assignment. This is about you getting ready to do something cool. Now you take a different background, like you take her out of the one background and you put her into this background. Now you add a light effect to it. All right, and it's fun to add a lens flare light effect that's on a movie prime item down here. It's the last item in the lens flare. Then you composite the 2 together. Okay, now down here is where you start breaking her down and fixing all the stuff that's on her face. To do that, you're going to go into the camera raw filter, which even a couple versions prior to Photoshop, many versions prior, has a camera raw filter. It may not look exactly like this on your left, but you figure it out. I just hope you have Photoshop 2021. Now, to use the neural filter, if this is the first time you've ever used it, you will have to have Photoshop access and upload it to your application. And it's an automatic thing. It's in the Creative Cloud. It's a third-party thing. Okay? So let's just go ahead and say that. All right? And then to use the neural filter is amazing, because what it actually creates is an amazing, let me put this on my other screen, and I keep on saying the word amazing, but I mean it. Let me see if I have, I did not give you my PSD file, so I'm going to take a second out here and locate my PSD file. Just be patient with me, please. It's right here. Woman Composite Brian Demo. So here is the Photoshop file, which I'm hitting the F key on, and I'm going to double click swatches and just button it up here. And then I'm going to zoom into her face, and I'm going to show you that I'm going to turn off the background and turn off her. Okay, and what I want to do here is only show you the neural filter. Now what the neural filter does is it goes in, and let me turn on her face right here. Now I'm going to turn off this neural filter. Look what it did, and let me move in. Look what it did to her face. And it's not just what it did in just taking out the blemishes. It actually softened and kept the detail where it needed to be kept. It's an amazing tool. Look what it did. I mean, that is incredible. And it's instantaneous. And then you composite these two together to make this one. And I merged them. And I want you to learn how to merge it so that you can composite it with what you need to composite it with. And I'll just revert back to the normal way this file was. And then you add a lighting effect to it. Okay. With all that said, let me get out of the pen tool. With all that said, that's all that's due. Okay. But and you can email me and let me know you don't have the neural filter. But if you don't have the neural filter, let me go back to this. If you don't have the neural filter here, then skip it and use the healing brush. Okay, I don't say that in the movie because I assume, I hope, that you can access the neural filters. You will love knowing them. They are absolutely amazing. Then I want you to follow all of this, the way that I do it here and the way that I actually add the lighting effects to the file. Okay, so use this PDF in conjunction with the tutorial movie. Got it? Okay. I really, really mean that. And I look forward to seeing your PSD file, and I look forward to moving on and having a good journey together. So the last thing that we're going to go and see again is the fact that that's what's due at the end of week 6. And you know that week 6 is right here. So week 6 is October 10th. You can see it right there. Okay, and I wanted to say one last thing. Oh, and don't forget about the channel mask discussion summary. Please, it's important that I know what you felt was a strong point of the assignment and maybe what wasn't, and what your thoughts are. Okay, I'll see you in the next assignment guide.